Welcome to Conversations with Nisha, where we dive into the hearts of what matters most: love, self healing, relationships, and personal growth. Join me as we explore the complexities of trauma, self esteem, and the intricacies of relationships between men, women, and the journey of motherhood. Let's have real, honest conversations that inspire, heal, and empower. I am your host, Nisha. Welcome to my love tribe.
Welcome, y'all, back to another Conversations with Nisha. I know it's been a long while since I've been dropping my episodes. At one point, I was doing it very consistently, and I'm not gonna lie, life has just been life for me, and I've been trying to navigate the best way I can. But I definitely had something on my heart today that I wanted to kind of touch on because I've had this short experience. And I just kind of felt I really kind of feel the need to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna say it's bothering me, but at one point or at a point or so, it actually did. But like I've just been taking some time off though. I've been taking time off to kind of just get some things together with myself. It's a process. It's a healing process, and it's a lot more things that I know I have to, get together with me. But back to the story, So I'm gonna just go ahead and dive in. Um, I don't want to say there's this guy, right? But there was this guy that I was entertaining. I was talking to. I think since like December, and he was somebody from my past, and I should learn my lesson by now, but I haven't. Um, he was someone from my past who I was talking to at one point of time, and I found out it was a situation he was in or whatnot, and I just didn't want to deal with that. Like we wasn't in a full blown relationship or anything, but I just knew that the situation he was in, I didn't want to deal with that. And then two, I was very vulnerable around that time. And this was like back in 2000 and man, I think like 2018, maybe 2019 or so. But yeah, I think it was 18, honestly. But yeah, we were dealing with one another, and I kind of cut that short, and I think something happened. Something kind of transpired with us, and I don't know if it was a year or a month later, we ended up talking back, and I ended up like it was like one foot was in the door and the other one was out because I'm like, I like this person, and I feel like this person has, I don't want to say the power because that's a strong word to use for somebody to have something over you, but this person had the ability to hurt my feelings because I knew I really liked him. So what I did was I was kind of like I was entertaining him, but at the same time I kind of wasn't. And I think that kind of died down too at one point, and I just started. I can just remember myself becoming really cold with him, like really just aggravated because I'm seeing him online posting things with his now mother of his children. And at that point, I think it was like one baby, that which was the reason why I decided to step away because, I mean, from what I was told at the time, that I was the first person that he was talking to before he even met her. Not that that really matters anyway, but that was the situation, and it's just just couldn't deal with that. So that was happening, and I think we reconnected somehow, and he had a second baby on the way, and I was just like, you know what, I'm straight. So it's just like from that time, I kind of quit fooling with him. He has been consistently over the years. I'm talking about not like 1 year or 2 year. I'm talking about like years. Okay, like we're gonna say 2020 to 2025. You get what I mean? Like it's been a long time, and you know how men just they set out the checks, like they want to chase the female. They want to know why you don't want to talk to me. Like I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep hitting you up. I'm gonna keep DMing you. I'm gonna keep messaging you. I'm gonna keep Facebooking you. I'm gonna keep like they just he just kept doing it. And I was every time he was doing it, I was so mean. I was so mean to him. It's like, why are you reaching out to me? Aren't you in a relationship? Don't you have like 2, 3 babies now? Aren't you finna get married? Woo woo woo. So I believe the last time then I say that one was on me. But it wasn't anything intentionally like trying to get at a person. I think it was like back in December when I first started my podcast. And at that point I was just trying to get my following up. So I would I would drop my episodes and I would share it on YouTube, I would share it on Facebook, and I would share it with everybody on Instagram. And anybody that was my close friends or anybody that I knew or didn't know, I would just send it to them. So that's what I did. And that person, not thinking he was gonna reach out to me or anything, but I ended up sending it to that person and he ended up reaching out. And one thing led to another, we got to talking and he was just like, I was like, are you, he was like, well, did you mean to send it to me? I'm like, yeah. I was like, like, subscribe, come in, whatever. So he was like, done, like, subscribe, and come in, right? So I was like, cool. He was like, now can I talk to you? Can you call me, whatever? So I'm like, cool. We end up chopping it up. This was in December. We ended up chopping it up or whatever. Good conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like old vibes came back a little bit too. It was cool. I always thought he was a cool person. And we had been talking consistently at one point back in December, and then it just kind of like started elevating. Like he would reach out to me every day, and he would show his consistency and his persistence and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, and there were a few red flags, but I wasn't, and I'm still not. Well, no, let me take that back. I wasn't completely in the space at that time to just be with somebody, and he didn't ask me to be with him or anything. And we talked about a few things, but it never got like that deep and whatnot. And I even got mad at him a couple times throughout that time from December to, a couple months ago, a few months ago, whatever. I even got upset with him over, I think, like not being consistent anymore. Like you started something and now you're not doing it anymore. And then I I just was like, yeah. But anyway, so all of that happened, and then he kind of started it on up again. Like when I blocked him and stuff, and I guess they raised some little antennas for him. So I blocked him and whatnot, and he ended up calling. Well, he ended up texting me all the time. I ended up becoming the caller because I'm a texter too. I'm cool with texting. Have no problem with texting. But I'm also a talker. I like to call people. I like to FaceTime. I like to see. You know what I'm saying? Like we're grown. We're grown ass people here. And I feel like if it's something you don't want to do, then just say, hey, I ain't into that. I don't want to do that. Cool. Ain't nothing I can do that. So I ended up being a person that was always calling, and he was the one who was texting. I wasn't calling all the time because I kind of felt like this nigga's not gonna answer the phone, right? So he texts me back, I text him whatever. But anyway, after all of that, our chemistry was just so, you know, it was so here. It was so here, and I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I fucks with this. Like I like this, like I always had a thing for him. It was just unfortunate that the situation at the time just didn't. it didn't turn out how I wanted to. So it was what it was. But he told me he was single. Him and his kid's mom separated or whatever, and he was in one state, and she ended up moving to another or whatnot. And it was just a situation, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm grown." Like I want to lay eyes on this man, right? So I'm like, I come visit. Now, initially, he shot the invitation out. Excuse me. He shot the invitation out to me to come visit him, and I was like, I think I'm gonna shoot that back at you. So when you come visit your folks here, then get up. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah, like our chemistry just kept rising and the vibe was good and stuff. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna see how it turn out. So one thing led to another. Next thing I knew, I was on my way out of town. I can't tell y'all where I was going, but I was on my way out of town, and I arrived. I went by myself or whatever, and it was a cooler trip. I'm not gonna cap. Like shit went bad. It was a cool trip. It really was. I got there, and he got there, and the chemistry I felt. I don't know exactly what he felt, but the chemistry on my end and the vibes were vibing. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was cool. Like the entire time that I was there, he treated me nothing short of or nothing less than a princess, a queen. Like I felt great. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about, and this is, in a sense, this is kind of sad because men don't do these things nowadays anymore. Like they don't open doors, they don't hold hands, they don't just treat you with respect. You know what I'm saying? They don't be attentive and affectionate and stuff. Like men just don't do that nowadays. I don't know what's up with that. I'm 35, so I'm very much into the affectionate, the in my face, in my skin type shit. That's just me. But um, he was all of that. He was so cool, and it's like we had so many deep conversations. And I remember this one moment we were at a steakhouse he took me to, and the vibes were just vibing. It was so cool. Like I'm like, this is cool right here. So I'm letting him know, like, listen, I know your situation is your situation, and you're trying to, he was already single, so it's not, I'm not saying what, from what I was told, he said he was single already when and he was moving like he was. So his situation with his children, he was trying to situate that or whatever. So I respect that. And if I can be in your service to help do so, then I don't mind doing it either, because I liked him. I genuinely liked him, right? And I definitely cared for him. Like it's been years since we've been knowing each other, and I definitely always cared for him. Initially, he was always the person that I really wanted to fuck with for real. But the situation happened, and it was what it was. So we had this great conversation about so many different things, and I kind of just put it out there. It was like, look, I'm not gonna hold you. Like I want you, but I want to take it slow because I got some shit within myself too that I'm still working on, right? And I don't want to move too fast and then end up in a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm telling him that, and he agreeing to the shit. It's the crazy part. You're agreeing to the shit and whatnot, and I'm like, okay, like we vibing, we cool, it's cool. Just for me, excuse me, just for me to leave, go back home, and we text some more. Hold on, yeah, I'm sorry about that. My bad. Someone texting me and they still texting me. Maybe someone texting me. I'm trying to do something. But yeah, so just for me to leave and I come back home and we were still texting, but the nigga would not answer the phone. Like I think I probably called maybe twice because I hate to do too much. and the nigga ignore me type shit. Like it gives very much rejection. I don't do well with rejection. I don't like that shit. So okay. So get back home, we're texting or whatever. He back to his consistent texting or whatever. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, gorgeous? Miss you too. All this type of shit. I express how I really enjoyed my time spending with him when I was out of town. All this shit was cool. Then I ended up going to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta with my brother and my sister, and we went to this event. Um, yeah, we went to this. Is this? It was like a spiritual event or whatnot. Yaya's R&B. I think it was called Yaya's R&B soul session or something like that. But yeah, so I went there. We were texting, when on my way there, or was it on my way there, or I don't know. We were texting though, and after I got there, I think I was gonna go out or something, and he was like, what you do? No, I was asking him, did he get out of school or something like that, and he was like, no, not yet. It's only 4, or I get out at 4:30, or some shit like. Now at the time that I was texting him, the time from where he is and where I was in Atlanta, it was a difference. So he like, I'm like, oh, okay. I thought I'm in Atlanta, so I thought you got out at 5. But I see, you get out at 4:30 or not. He was like, who told you in Atlanta? I'm like, well, I didn't think I needed nobody permission, Mr. Sir. You know what I'm saying? So we joking and talking and whatnot. And I think at one point I was telling him, we was getting out the car and we was finna get to go to where we were going. And I told him, baby, I'm gonna call you once I make it back to my room. So he sent a thumbs up or whatever. Cool. Get back to the room. I believe this was like, I want to say this was Friday. Was that Friday? I think it was Friday. That was on Friday when I first got there. So I get back to the room. I call him. No answer. Did not talk to him Saturday. Did not talk to him Sunday. Did not talk to him Monday. I got back Sunday. I didn't talk to him Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, nothing. So I think like a couple days after that, I went on and texted him. Like, and it's crazy because I'm seeing you're all on social media, right? You're on social media. You're watching my stories as I'm posting my pictures from the trip. But you can't hit me up. You can't like none of that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I sent him one last message because at this point of my life, I ain't got time to play with nobody funky ass son. Sir, at this point, like it's fine, bro. You can continue to be ghost because I will not allow anybody to play in my face like that. Like I've already told you I liked you. I've already told you how I felt about you. I told you where I kind of wanted these things to go. And one thing about me, if you feel some type of way of something happened, baby, before anything, we are in our 30s. We're grown. We're grown. It ain't no conversation that a nigga or a female can't have with me to where, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm grown. Whatever it is, baby, you can hit me up. We can talk about it. But instead, people without intention, excuse me, people without a good intention tend to do ghosting. Like somebody told me something. I got advice from somebody, and the person basically told me sometimes people can actually really fuck with you or really like you, but sometimes those moments can be just momentarily. And whenever they get whatever they need from you, they no longer need you. So I feel like that's kind of what happened between us. And I, of course, it made me feel some type of way because I'm a woman and I desire love. I desire a companion. I desire somebody who wants to be with me or around me for me. And I can give that in return. But it honestly gets extremely frustrating when you're dating, or when you're trying to date, or when you think you're dating somebody and they're not being completely honest with you about what it is that they really want. Men do that shit all the time. Men will say, well, what you looking for, what you need, what you want. And women do it too. We're not exempt from it. Women do it too. Because I've done it a few times. But men ask, like, well, what you looking for? Women, however the conversation come about. And a woman can express, like, a woman could kind of sense and tell that a man is not really on the type of time that she's on or that she want to be on. Like, the whole time this woman wanna be in a relationship and want a family and all type of shit, right? And the whole time this man don't even look at you like that, but he gonna play the part because he want his cake, he want to eat it too. So the woman like, okay, cool, like, we could just vibe, we could chill, and then after they have sex or after they be intimate or whatnot, then the woman emotions and her feelings start spilling over. Now she's at a point to where she want to express all these things because all these emotions are in her. After y'all done just been intimate, and now she want to be in a relationship. Whole time she wanted to be in a relationship in the first place, but she didn't acknowledge, or she didn't speak up. She didn't tell the truth about what she really wanted because she just wanted, I guess, whatever she wanted in that moment, right? Thinking or hoping that it would change his mind. But pussy don't change no man's mind, baby. It just don't. And I had to learn that myself. It don't work like that. So, and like I said, men do that too. But I think each person has to be held accountable for their actions. Women need to come into situations telling the truth about what it is that they really want. If you really want a relationship with a person that you're talking to, or if you want to work on something or whatever it is, then I feel like it's very important for you to express that to the person that you're speaking with, that you're talking to, that you're entertaining. That shit is very important because we always talking about how we want men to, to give us the option on if we want to, if we choose to mess with them or not after we know whatever we know about them. But we don't allow them to sometimes because sometimes as women we think emotionally and we try to put them in a trick bag. If I get this to him, then he gonna change his mind. He gonna see how good I am, or he gonna see how good of a person I am, and all this shit. And he don't care. He only wanted one thing. When I tell y'all, I have learned that shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that comes with learning, to respect yourself, and learning your self worth and paying attention to men. You know what I'm saying? And paying attention to patterns and stuff. And knowing that you deserve way more than just a moment. And you don't have to give yourself away to somebody to feel something. You just don't. But it's on men too to set a standard like, okay, you said this is what you want, but all I want, like when I say women telling the men, okay, hey, I want eventually a relationship or whatever, whatever, and because men be knowing, even when females be lying and shit, men be knowing, y'all be knowing that this woman wants more than just a vibe, right? But y'all saying, okay, cool, she want a vibe, I want a vibe, we finna vibe. And then y'all end up smashing, and then this bitch is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be knowing that shit off real. It's y'all responsibility, like it is a woman's, to say, well, look, I'm not looking for anything, and I don't want a relationship. I just want a intimate partner. I just want somebody to be consistent with. I want a consistent fuck. Well, whatever the case is, that's what you want to do. But be honest with that person and tell them that shit. That shit don't, baby. You can't do nothing with that, but keep it what it is. It's the truth. That gives a woman an opportunity to say, okay, he can't give me what I want, but I accept what he give me. That whatever she chooses to do with that shit, that's on her. After she know the truth, that's on her at the end of the day. That's her and her self worth, her self esteem, and all this shit. That's her. And when she get mad about the shit, There's nothing. I mean, baby, there ain't nothing you can do about it. Okay, there's nothing you can do about this shit at all because this is what you chose to deal with. If a man had to put me in those positions and said those words to me, I probably would have avoided a lot of things. If I had understood my self-worth and shit during those times, I probably would have avoided a lot of those things. And unfortunately, I didn't. I got my feelings hurt a few times going through shit like that. And mind you, I still got my feelings hurt, not my heart broken. Only one person that broke my heart, and that's that baby daddy of mine. And I feel like ain't no other man played in my face like he did. Oh, but anyway, like my feelings got hurt a few times from, you know, hoping and wishing that some shit was really going, you know, just come together for me and a person. And it didn't. And this last situation that I was just involved in, the shit felt so real. It felt so genuine. And a part of me was a huge part of me was like, this not gonna be what you thought it was because he got too many red flags and I'm ignoring them, you know. And I know I can't fix them. So in my mind I was like, just enjoy it while you can because it's just really fun. And that's why I had to set my mind to when I was going on the trip, I set my mind to this is just fun. This is just something to do. This is nothing serious. I'm talking to myself. I'm having a pep talk. I even talked to my friend girl about this. And when I got there, he made me feel so good. To the point to where I let my guard down a lot. I opened up a lot. And I forgot initially what the fun was and became more and more intrigued with the infatuation of damn somebody see me. He see me. He's genuine. He's really genuine. He's affectionate. Damn, he acting like he really care. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up that you can't even allow yourself to feel those things that feel good to you anymore. Because people will play on that shit too. Grown ass men out here will play on that shit. And then they'll and it's like when you need it or not need, but when you want an explanation for it, they give you the sorriest excuses. I was going through something, but can't explain to you what it was that they were going through. Or someone may not give you the excuses at all. Someone may just ghost you and never talk to you again. But look at your stories all the time. But like a picture or two. That's the most weirdest shit I've ever experienced in my life. Somebody that I was just laid up with for a weekend, enjoying my time, to being completely ghosted, not speaking, but you still looking at my moves type shit. Like that's crazy. And I ain't like I don't, like I ain't looked at his story or whatever. I ain't liking shit, but I ain't gonna lie like I ain't looked at it. And I know y'all probably like, well, why you just want to block him? I'm not that mad at a motherfucker to be blocking him. It's not that serious. I'm learning who I am completely. I know a lot about me, but I'm learning a lot, and I'm learning my worth as well. And I don't know if this is some kind of experience that I just so happens to go through. That's a part of that's a part of what's supposed to be in my book for my life. But I'm learning a lot of things from what I'm doing, and I'm becoming more and more guarded because you just cannot trust people. You just can't. And and like for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, it aggravates my soul completely because I'm never trying to harm or hurt anybody. I'm only trying to be there for someone and love them and get that shit in return. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's crazy to me because what is the world without love, right? What is and it's just like not just like romantic love, but love in general. Look, romantic love, love for your children, your family, and what is the world without those things? Just you could have a friend who you could just love because that person is so good and so genuine to you. Like we're we need to be surrounded about that. Why not? What is the issue with it? Everybody wants to play games. Baby, when you get through playing them games, all that karma is gonna eat you in the ass. All the great people you probably done played with and the passed up on, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt you. Then don't let you have kids. Don't let you have children, especially for the men. Don't let y'all have no daughters. And y'all around here ghosting women and treating women, good women. I ain't talking about no trifling ass women who just low down and some sluts. I'm talking about women who's worth something. Women who have big hearts. Y'all around here just playing with these people. Why would y'all do that? That's wild to me. That's the weirdest shit ever. Like, I'm not understanding that at all. Like, y'all around here creating trauma and damage for other women. Now, I don't have any trauma well, I'm not going to say trauma. I don't have any damage that that person created for me in this situation. Although my feelings was hurt, but I think I'm mature enough to just wash my hands with it and move on, and just let it go. It didn't make me feel good, but I don't sit and soak in sorrow because I don't like to feel sad. I don't like that sad energy and that low vibration. So, I'm gonna remain pushing on forward, baby. I still gotta get up and go to work. I still gotta get up and take care of these kids. I still have to maintain my household. I still have a whole shitload of things that I still have to do in my own life. I can't be worried about how you hurt my feelings, love. It's fine. All is forgiven. If you ever, because I know when I post some shit, you get the notification because I know you're subscribed to my podcast. So it's still all love. Like I don't hate you at all, or anybody else that I experienced or had a chance to experience me for that matter. I'm never a hateful person. I may not fuck with you no more. And then the thing that I hate about that is that, Mr. Sir, I gave you a second chance coming from where we were when I was being completely rude and disrespectful and just like mean. Like I came a long way from that just to let you in and let my guard down for you to completely play with me is insane. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You live and you learn. This is something that I experienced. My experience with him was out of town was amazing. I cannot take that from him. He showed me a good time. He was very sweet, very gentle, very generous. And I had to we went to the movies. That was a little crazy part I wanted to share. And this is supposed to happen. This is actually supposed to happen when a man and a woman, are dating or whatnot. Of course, he's supposed to, him being a man, he's supposed to handle shit. I ain't never had a nigga to when we go out somewhere, he handling shit for real. I always be the breadwinner. I'm always the one taking the nigga out or doing something, being a trick. I ain't gonna really say a trick, but I'm okay with being it as long as the nigga could do it back to me. But when I say I didn't have to pay for anything, I didn't have to. He did what he was supposed to do, and I liked that. I had to sneak and buy movie tickets while he was in class because he's going to school to be somebody. But I had to go and sneak and buy the movie tickets just so he wouldn't get them. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't mind like you. I'm more like a you treat me good, I treat you better type shit. Like, baby, we a collective. We move. You know what I'm saying? Like we moving as a team. Like I'm with my friends like that too. That's just how I'm cut. And just for all that good time just to go to waste. Like I still ain't got no call, still ain't got no text, no explanation, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, honestly, I'm not even expecting. I'm not even expecting neither. Um, it is what it is. You know, again, like I said, it's no love lost. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, and it was a hell of an experience, and just moving on. You know, but that's just kind of something that I wanted to share with you all. That was a lot. That was a lot, and I still a little hurt. You know, they're a little pinched a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay for real though. But you know, it is what it is, and I do want to thank y'all for taking the time to listen to me. If you haven't, please go like and subscribe. Conversations with Nisha on YouTube. I just jumped back into this. I have not been on here in a very long time. Like I said, I've been trying to get some stuff together just with myself, my peace, my mental, my kids, life. Like I said, life has been life, but you know, it's coming together slowly, but for sure. And it's a journey, and it's always a healing journey. It's I was saying, you know, I appreciate everybody for real. And I'm going to try to do my best to continue to put more content out. Shout out to my brother Curtis because he's on TikTok, and he's not really like the social media type, but his name is Captain Kurt on TikTok. If y'all don't know, go like and subscribe. Well, damn, he don't even got no. We're gonna have to get him set up. But go like his page on TikTok. I thought he had a YouTube. I don't even think he made it yet. But go like and subscribe. Oh, he do got a YouTube. I don't know his YouTube name, y'all, but I'm gonna try to put it in the link or in the slide at the end of this. But his name is Captain Kurt on TikTok. So go follow him. Go comment. Keep his algorithm going so he could get more likes and comments and followers and all that. And shit, do it for me too. But once again, this is your girl Nisha with another Conversations with Nisha. And that's it for now. See y'all later. Bye.